Unbelievable stuff, this. More like Rowan and Martin's laughing, I think, at the moment.
If Jimmy misses this, he'll want to change the table.
Well, I always remember one great player telling me that he hated playing on tables that had got round legs.
But Mike, as a promoter yourself and a player of vast experience, what was your view of all that? Do you think they really had a case there?
Well, the atmosphere plays a great deal of, well, it makes a great deal of difference as to how the balls are going to react on the cloth, because if you get a lot of people in a room, you get a lot of moisture, obviously, from breathing. Tony just playing safely down the table here. Yes, you get a lot of moisture, and the cloth is quite a big area, and moisture can settle on it and make the cloth very moist and feel damp and a little heavy. But they're experiencing quite the opposite out there. They're finding the cue ball to be playing as though it's light. I think a lot of it's psychological.
Well, let's hope now the players can steady down in this third frame.
Now, an interesting safety exchange.
Almost the lull before the storm when we see the safety play here between the two players.
Well, now, has Tony seen something? There we are.
One.
But I feel he's been a little unlucky, Peter. He looks to have semi-snookered himself on that black.
Yes, I just checked his expression there, and he was very disappointed.
Not too many options open to him here.
Gone for the brown, I think.
Off 4 cushions. And very, very nearly getting it. That was a bold effort.
1, Tony Drago. 4, Jimmy White.
Now, if Jimmy can just chip off this ball, the whole pattern is going to change, because it means that unless Tony Drago can just clip that red by the pink, which he has, had Jimmy's cue ball finished in that area, he would have been in for a feast. Now, Tony in with a good chance again. Any one of 3 balls could play a little cannon here and hold on the black. But it's missed the red. I don't believe it, Peter.
What a slip then by Tony Drago. Stares back in horror.
Well, you must take chances like that if you're going to win matches. I've no doubt that before this match is over, we'll see an awful lot of shots like that. But now, Tony saying, what have I done? Now Jimmy with the spider.
1.
Now, has he gone far enough there for the black? Slightly deceptive from this angle.
Yes,
that's on.
I feel that Jimmy has got a chance. Oh dear, oh dear.
1. Jimmy White.
It's getting like a disease, this, Peter.
1.
So what have we in store now? Tony's stunning that cue ball in very hard to try and widen the angle, make the red ball pot easier.
9.
Now I feel that
14.
well, he's left himself a long shot, but he's a wonderful potter.
15. 21. 22.
Now Tony will be anxious to get onto the black as soon as possible. He's got 3 reds down on the bottom cushion here, or the top cushion, I should say, and nicely placed.
29.
Break on to 29. And really, the carelessness that these two players have shown at the moment has been totally out of character. They've been playing wonderful snooker all week.
Jimmy leaving the cue ball right up there at the ball end, almost on the cushion.
Well, Peter, just as it looks as though they're going to get going, they miss a simple one and break down. Let's hope that that does not continue for the rest of the day.
1.
These two most exciting players are capable of much better than we've seen so far.
Three.
And possibly a friendly kiss there.
Four.
Now more problem here for Jimmy. Awkwardly queuing over that red. Hand and bridge position going to be very difficult.
$11. 12. 19.
Now Jimmy, if he can, will try to play on the black so that he can disturb those reds.
20.
Unless he's seen a plant. Well,
20. Jimmy White.
Well, he's so unpredictable, Jimmy White. You're never quite sure what he's going to do next. He's won now, incidentally, 14 singles matches in a row in tournaments, so he's very much in form.
yes, he's looking to make this his 15th too, with £200,000 on the end of it.
I think Tony Drago might quite like the money too. He's got one or two financial problems to sort out, Tony Drago, and he reckons, well, even picking up the loser's check will help him to solve quite a few of those difficulties. He actually received a writ in the middle of one of his recent matches. He thought it was an autograph hunter, and it was someone handing him a writ.
1.
Not very pleasant, Mike, is it?
No, I think he fell foul of certain people in the game that didn't really
6.
act in the best of interests for him, but hopefully this tournament will solve all those problems for him.
And certainly much happier now under the management of Ramsey McLennan,
Tony Drago. 6.
his friend and advisor.
So Tony Drago now with a 7-point lead. Jimmy just looking how he can trap Tony Drago, force him into an error. Cue ball almost frozen under the cushion. Now he's left Jimmy with one of his whirlwind specials, but he's not even going to consider it. Well, they've put all the balls now virtually in open potable positions, so one good pot here from either player. And fortunately for Tony, he kisses the black and leaves the cue ball almost frozen under the cushion again. Oh my word, and Jimmy finds one from absolutely nowhere. Sensational pot. He's just Jimmy White. Genius.
7. 8.
I mean, he took just one look at that, Mike, and crash it was in. He hardly even gave it a thought.
That's right, Peter. That's what makes Jimmy White Jimmy White. If he feels he's starting to get bogged down, he just gets down and fires.
16.
He certainly feels himself, as I said earlier on, that he's playing more consistently now than ever. Doesn't feel perhaps his snooker has been his best in this tournament, but he has cut out the number of reckless shots that he makes, the number of risks that he takes.
Yes, and referee Ganley cleans the ball yet again. A wise precaution. $15 points now. Jimmy White leads. And will we see Jimmy play a little delicate shot this time? A lovely little positional stroke takes him down for the yellow.
27.
Now, just the green ball required to make Tony Drago require snookers.
32.
And Jimmy White surely now will clean up from here. Frame is certainly one, 41. So the delay doesn't seem to have bothered Jimmy White too much. After the balls 47. Had to be changed, he's remained unruffled. Now, is that going to go in? Well, not far away.
And the frame, Jimmy White.
Burst of applause around the arena. 76-36. Jimmy White wins the third frame, and he now leads 2 frames to 1.
So the frame eventually over. Jimmy is now in front, but the controversy with the balls is the most unusual occurrence, and in fact Matt Lorenzo is talking to the chief referee now, John Williams.
John, what was wrong with the first set of balls?
Quite frankly, I've no idea. The players complained about them, and we decided to change them. It's not too unusual, although this particular set has been used on table 1 throughout the tournament.
So what set are they using now?
They're using a match set which was used at the previous tournaments in Bournemouth, in which Jimmy won the last title.
So is there any sense that this could have been gamesmanship on one of the players' parts?
No chance whatsoever. It might have been that someone was a little bit keyed up and wasn't possibly striking the white as well as normal. I don't know.
But there's no criticism of the table?
Oh no, oh no. No criticism of the table, really. None of the balls. I can't see anything wrong with them.
Now, you've been heating the new setup. Why did you do that?
Well, they were cold. They've been in a van, and they get a bloom on them, and they play better when they're warm.
The mystery rages. We'll get the definitive reason, of course, when we can talk to the players themselves. In fact, let's go back to the players themselves on table 1 now for the resumption of play in this final.